Hi guys, it's the Artsy Gamer back again for another video in our channel. Of course, grab your teas, grab your coffees, and yes, maybe a little bit of food. And let's do this. Okay guys, you know how this works. Let's take a sip of black coffee before we begin. Come on, join me, join me. Mmm. Oh yes, going on my Crash Bandicoot coaster there. And yes, guys, if you are new here today and you are into gaming, retrospectives, complete unboxing experiences, art and graphic design, of course, a whole load of nostalgia, then yes, you are so in the right place here. So definitely consider giving this channel a subscribe and a like to the video if you haven't already. And yes, guys, if you are enjoying the Artsy Gamer mess and madness and want to get notified when the next video goes live, then of course, just pop on your notification bell. How by Tails there. Anyway, guys, today we're going to do another complete unbox experience. In fact, funnily enough, coming off the back of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle video that we did, I thought that was it for our Christmas pickups. But actually, when I was looking back through my collection, I realised I still had two more. I've still got to deliver Metal Gear Solid 2 to you guys, absolutely. So yeah, definitely stay tuned for that. And yeah, here we go, the SpongeBob game as well. We haven't actually done a complete unbox experience of this today either. So yeah. Let's rock and roll with this today. Absolutely. Of course, we're going to be giving it the Artsy Gamer buzz. We're going to be looking at the front. We're going to be looking at the back, the awesome disc and the manual that is involved in here. So
buckle up, sit back, relax.
And of course, yeah, maybe take a sip of coffee and we'll get this going today. So come on, guys. You know how it works. So yeah, let's go. Okay, baby. So yeah, the reason why I wanted to do this one today especially is because we did a really awesome poppy art piece over the weekend in collaboration with T-Break Drawing, where I took his Pokemon, I took my Shadow the Hedgehog, and we kind of merged the two images together. That was really cool. And yeah, come on guys, look at this art style as well. Very bright, very bold, very poppy. And I thought, yeah, why not? We'll continue that theme and do this complete unbox experience for you guys today. So yeah, here we go then. You know how it works. I'm going to be looking at it from an artist interpretation and a gamer, going into it for the first time. Never played this game before. Yes, I may have dabbled with it a few times here and there at friends' houses, very, very young. Many moons ago, so really don't have too much recollection of this game. So really it is me going, what the hell is this box art telling me about this? Obviously the back, the manual and the disc. So of course, here we go. So look at this, we are greeted with SpongeBob there. Oh my gosh, riding his burger. I love that with the awesome starfish. Now, oh my god, guys. Patrick, that's it. For a split second there, I couldn't remember his name. But yeah, there we go, holding up the really awesome logo here, which is the SpongeBob movie. So I assume this game is actually based on the SpongeBob movie, which I think is really cool. Never watched it actually, so again, this will be really me going into it blind. Absolutely. But yeah, really, really fun, big image to really greet the gamer, and then yeah, your eyes are dispersed elsewhere around the box art. So what else have we got here? We've got some, well, actually, I was about to say some. We've got loads of character models here dotted around underneath the big jump that the burger has made. So that's really cool. Again, I do recognize the characters. They are all SpongeBob themed. But again, I'm not a massive, watcher of SpongeBob when I was growing up. Does that make sense? Yes, I would kind of put it on the background maybe, and I would get good satisfaction watching it every so often. But I wasn't like a massive hardcore SpongeBob fan, although I actually really enjoyed the artwork of it. You know, I would very, very happily actually sit and draw SpongeBob, you know, and stuff like that, because it is a very my kind of character that I would draw. But I wasn't massive on the whole kind of SpongeBob vibe when I was growing up. So yeah, so forgive me, guys. I don't actually know really any of the names of these smaller character models dotted around there, but that's really cool. Anyway, they're all there. I guess they are all going to be playing maybe a small part in this game, whether or not they're going to be just low-key NPCs or actually taking you through most of the game. So again, who knows at this stage, but they are there on the box, so that's really cool. Um, so on a road, okay. So maybe is there going to be a lot of racing in this potentially? In my head, I'm thinking maybe a little bit of Simpsons Hit and Run. I'm currently playing that at the moment, and of course, that is predominantly car racing. You would say there isn't actually too much to do on foot. It is pretty much like you're in a car and you're either doing a race or you're ramming into a car to get a load of boxes, or you are running away and then getting into a car to then run away from the police or drive away from the police. There is a lot of that. So, this could be a little bit of this. That's kind of what I'm getting from the box art there. Is there a lot of driving in this? But again, who knows? But I do really love the burger that they are sat in. That is really, really cool. I love that. And I actually do like the rays there that is actually behind the burger and SpongeBob and Patrick. It looks like they are having like a really good time. It looks like, they are bursting and jumping out of a really big fun explosion there. A jet of light behind them. They've had a really, really fun time behind them, and then they are moving and jumping into their next mission at hand. So yeah, I really do like that. And of course, it's SpongeBob, isn't it? So it's very nautical. Is that the right word?
Nautical. Is that the right word?
Sea themed, etc. So we've got some lovely bubbles there, water effects, jellyfish, really, really lovely. I do like how they are dotted around there at the top, really nice. And actually, I think the pinky colours of the jellyfish there actually really complement, Patrick and that logo really well. So yeah, that's really cool. I really do like this box art. It's fun, quirky, and I would say a well-rounded piece. You're going to be playing SpongeBob, and if you've got an idea and an inkling of what SpongeBob's all about, then yeah, I think that box art really does scream that. And I think it's just like, yeah, you're going to have a really cool, badass time. Yeah, really cool. And to be fair, not really much more to be said on that, really. It is a little bit just kind of like, who knows what you're going to get up to. There's a bit of, I would say, racing, a bit of, I don't know, maybe exploration as there is a road there. Lots of little NPCs and character models that you'd be talking to, I guess. I think just a fun, quirky game. Not much more to be said, and I like the box art. And of course, guys, yeah, I wouldn't say it's the best box art I've ever seen out there. Absolutely not. But it does just bring a joyful vibe, and that's what I'm trying to say there, I think, which is really cool. And of course, we just got the basics here. We've got the PlayStation 2 logo plastered on the top there. Age ratings at the bottom. This is a 3 age rating, so the box art does need to be kind of eye-catching for that younger audience as well, doesn't it? So I think they have done that really well there. And in fact, I might actually talk a little bit more about age ratings as I do my completed box experience a little bit more. For example, yes, I think this really works for, 3 plus. But if I was to, I don't know, explore something that was maybe 15 plus or whatever, then how is that obscuring the artwork potentially? So yeah, that is something, another little avenue that I would like to explore on this channel. So yeah, definitely stay tuned for more. But of course, guys, we will take a little flip on towards the back to see what we have got here. And I did have a little look at this before I took it to the camera, and I would say actually yes. Now this is how you do a back of a box. It really, really is. And I would actually say maybe a little bit better than the front, and that's quite unusual. Normally they've kind of gone hardcore on the front. You flip it onto the back, and it's always a little bit disappointing that I've noticed ever since I've done this channel. Really small screenshots. Sometimes they haven't used any color at all. I keep thinking back to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one. They went all out on the front, and then what the hell was on the back? It was just a black splodge of nothingness, really. So here we go. Come on, well done, SpongeBob and Nickelodeon here. Brilliant. So I would say actually my eyes are drawn first to this. Again, awesome burger that SpongeBob and Patrick are sat in there. It is a car. So wow, you're gonna be riding a burger, for God's sake. That just screams awesome. And I really do like the actual animation. So I assume it is now the animation that is used in the game. Really, really cool. And I love it when box arts do that, actually. I've said it before in my Harry Potter series, when they started to use the horrible kind of like real life actors, I wasn't a massive fan of that. I really did like it when they actually use kind of like the characters from the game. It gives it a more of a magical vibe. And yes, this really does do that. It does give me a sense of like, oh, okay, this is actually kind of like what we're going to be dealing with now in the game. And it actually looks really, really good. The colors work really well. Animations are actually looking pretty smooth. So yeah, really, really wonderful there. I do like that. And then of course your eyes are then drawn up to the top, which I would say actually, quite big screenshots. I mean, they're anything spectacular, but I would say they're bigger than a few that I've seen recently on this channel. So yeah, really cool. What have we got here? So we've got SpongeBob. I have no idea what he's doing, but it looks like he's got some sort of moustache on. So cool. Okay, nice. Again, we've got SpongeBob and Patrick there. What the hell are they doing? Riding in, I mean, it could be a toilet basin there, but again, who knows? All a bit random, but cool. I like this. I love the randomness of this. Really nice. But in actually maybe a slightly different backdrop here. So it looks like maybe some sort of like deserty land. I assuming we're still under the sea, but again, who knows? But that's really cool. And then we've actually got Patrick here with some sort of like, is it some sort of flash of lightning coming out of his bum? Who knows again? Very wacky, very weird, but cool. I like it. And every single one of these boxes here, I guess, display a different environment. Would you agree? But then again, this is kind of what the box art is telling me. And am I right? Am I wrong? So it'd be really interesting to see when I go and play this for the first time. But that's really cool there. And I actually do like how the colours have worked. We've kind of gone, kind of dark, light, dark, which really does kind of draw the eye from one side to the other, which has worked really well, I think. Yeah. And yeah, actually, this whole thing is sat on a bit of a backdrop. So yes, we do have the burger car here. I'm just calling it a burger car. But it is kind of sat on a bit of a road there. Is that some sort of store in the background? Is it that burger place that they often go to? Who knows? But yeah, really, really awesome. And there is a little bit of storytelling actually. And I don't mind it when a box actually kind of does a little bit of a story or gets you kind of like whetting your appetite for the story, which is really cool. And I guess not too much more to be said other than let's give it the artsy game a pop and we'll have a look at the lovely disc and manual, of course. So here we go, baby. So let's just give it the artsy gamer. And here we go. So we're greeted with a lovely, lovely disc and yes, a nice full colour manual, which I am very excited to show you today. So yeah, here we go. We've got a really lovely disc actually. And you know what, guys? You know what I'm going to say? Very, very happy with this. This is not a straight copy and paste. It looks really, really weird and wacky, and that's what I want to see. So, of course, we'll bring this out a little bit closer for you guys. Okay, then. So, yeah, wow, I love this. Now, instantly, I'm calling this a bit of an art piece. This really is. We've got a splash of orange there and a jet of blue down the side, which I think really works. I love the colours. They complement each other really well. We've got SpongeBob up there just doing something wacky. What is he doing? He's just like, what the hell is going on here? Yeah, classic SpongeBob, again presented near the lovely logo. I do like that logo actually because it is kind of like a life rubber ring, isn't it? In very iconic of water and sea and all that jazz. So I do like how they've done that there. And then, yeah, we've got some sort of character model here. Again, forgive me, I don't know names, but he looks pretty cool there with some sort of pitchfork again, ready to stab somebody maybe. Oh my God, I don't know. But he could be quite evil as he has got some sort of weapon there. But again, I don't know. This is what the disc art is telling me now, which is really cool. And I believe this is worked in really well. They have used the circle of the disc to really make the artwork flow around, which is really great. I love that. You know, it isn't just a straight line there, orange, blue. They have kind of added a little bit of a curve there, giving it a bit of a sea effect, I would say, as well, which is really cool. And just lovely pops of colour, really nice, bright, splashy, yeah, artwork, which is exactly what I want to see. It's great, especially when, like I said, going off those age ratings now, it is hopefully appealing to a little bit of a younger audience. Absolutely. So yeah, really cool. And again, that is making me want to pop that in my PlayStation 2. Absolutely. It really, really is. Yeah. Just like the characters, what they're doing. So of course I want to try and find out what are they up to and what we're going to be doing in this game. So yeah, really lovely. And of course we have got the standard PlayStation 2 logo printed on the side there, or below, whatever you want to say. Few subtle advertisements and all the studios that helped out with the creation of this game. So yes, of course, we will give it the artsy gamer flip. And yes, all you down the camera there, yes, if you are liking what you're seeing here today and just enjoying the artsy gamer mess and madness with a few dodgy editing, especially in this video today, then yes, definitely consider giving this channel a subscribe and a like to the video if you haven't already. Honestly, guys, it really does help out the channel a ton. Anyway, okay, popping this back in the beautiful box here, and of course we will just take a little bit of an explore of the manual here, which is great. And yes, guys, lovely full color manual. So yes, I can't wait to show you this. All right then, so yeah, this manual is pretty top notch. I mean, there are a few finger indentations there. It is a little bit, you know, peely at the sides. Oh yeah, you can pick it up there on the light a bit. So I wouldn't say it's the best manual that I have got, but nevertheless, it's there and it's beefy. It's in color. I'm very, very happy with this. So of course, here we go. Now, actually, this does give you, I would say, a little bit more of the box art there, actually. You know, you haven't got the rage age 3 rating there. So there's a few subtle bits of artwork that you can see now, which is really nice. You know, they have really gone to town with that. Yeah, really, really great. Just to fill different areas as well to really make it one big piece, which is really nice. But of course, it is a copy and paste, so nothing too much more to be said there than I really do appreciate that. All right then, okay, so whoa, okay, now instantly on this content page, we are greeted with Patrick and SpongeBob there just having an absolute blast. So yes, absolutely, I really do like that. And again, guys, this is me now probably just showing off a lot of the artwork that is in here, stopping off at things I think will really capture me as a gamer and, yeah, an artist. And of course, I will hold this up to the camera there and you can get an idea of what you might want to capture. I know I've got a few artists in the room that do like to pause the camera, screenshot what they want, and yeah, have a little dabble with some gaming art. So yeah, really, really cool. So yeah, they're really nice just to greet us with the contents page there. And again, yeah, we have got a lovely fat PlayStation 2 presented here with a lovely controller as well. Really nice. And again, if you just look closely here, we have got some lovely subtle bits of artwork to border all the pages, which is really wonderful. Again, they didn't have to do that, but they did. So of course we need to appreciate that. Absolutely. And yeah, so here we go, just stopping on stuff that I think is really cool. And yeah, here we go. Wow, we've got SpongeBob just giving it large. What's he doing? He's just running away from something there. We've got some really awesome characters here as well in some sort of horse and cart, but obviously it's seahorses there, not horses. So that's really cool. I do like that. Oh, wow. And of course, I will just hold that up there for anyone who wants to take a few screenshots. I would like to do a SpongeBob actually eventually I would like to do a SpongeBob for this channel. In fact, a lot of the gaming magazines and gaming manuals that I presented to this channel, it really does inspire me. I'm like, oh, I really want to do that now, and oh, I really want to do that now. So yeah, absolutely, SpongeBob's on the cards, but it's just finding the time, isn't it? But weekends, they come round quick, don't they? So of course we'll get some going, absolutely. Okay, so just some basic text, which is absolutely fine, Yeah, just taking the user through the games, and all okay again. So just some user interface. Yeah, quite nice. And again, I do appreciate that those, user interface bits and bobs are in color, which is great. Okay, and oh yeah, all right then. So I believe just some bits and bobs that will help you out in the game, which is really nice. All in color, which is lovely. We're presented with actual animations in the game, which is great. How wonderful. I do appreciate when they've done that. Hey, look at the burger there. That's really cool. Yeah, nice. Is that a dumbbell up there? Okay. He's working out.
He's working out.
Lovely. All right. Yeah, and a few more. Yeah, other objects, they say there. Other objects, which is really cool. Yeah, I do like how they've done that. And very neatly displayed, I would say. Really, really neatly just placed down every page there, which is really nice. And you kind of want that, don't you, as you're playing your game? You don't want to be faffing around with trying to find what you are needing. You're probably stuck. That's why you've gone to the manual. The last thing that you want is like a kerfuffled manual. You want it all in order, you want it presented nicely, and again, using those actual animations from the game is a lot easier because that is what you are seeing on the screen. So yeah, really great. It's not some sort of artist's interpretation. So yeah, that's really good. Really, really good. And again, yeah, oh wow. And then we've got Meet the Cast. Oh wow. So again, that is something that I could potentially bring to the channel and read for you guys in the artsy game, a story time maybe. So that's really cool there. Look at those lovely character models. Very, very nice. And again, very, very neatly displayed, isn't it? Really wonderful. Great. Oh, actually, it's quite a short manual. We're coming to the end now, but again, look at that image there. Now, that is screaming an artsy gamer draw, don't you think? That is pretty wild. I do love that. I really, really do. I don't know what it is, but I love the burger car. It's really quirky. I really love it. So again, guys, you never know, maybe an art piece to bring to the channel. And then of course a notes page. And this may be going into a different language now. Yes, it is. So of course we've already seen a little bit of that, but just going into a different language. Maybe that's why it was a little bit beefier. Yeah. Any other character models? No. And of course credits. Shout out to all the people that have worked on this game, absolutely. And then, of course, popping it onto the back. And we do have an advertisement. TAC 2? Never heard of it, but okay. Is this a game? Is this a game? It looks quite animated, like it might be a game. Okay, interesting. Well, there we go. That's why release date, March 2005. That's why I do like looking at the advertisements, because sometimes you might stop on a kind of a quirky image and actually it's a game and you're like, oh, I haven't actually seen or heard of that before. So yeah, there we go. That's why I do like looking at the advertisements there. So yeah, there we go. Comment down below, have you heard of this game? But if it's not a game, TV show maybe? But yeah, let me know. Never heard of that, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, lovely piece there at the back, which is nice, not just left blank. So yeah, there we go. Now, guys, you know what I'm going to say. I jumped the gun again, didn't I, guys?
I jumped the gun again, didn't I, guys?
I jumped the gun again.
When I was talking about the disc, I didn't go on to the gameplay. But that might be because, like I said, I've never played this game before. So I'll try and just get some B-roll of the trailer, potentially, if I can find that. But just going off the actual box art and what I've seen in the manual, I think it's just going to be a really fun action platformer, very similar vibes, I'm hoping, to Simpsons Hit and Run, where there might be a lot of like car chasing, timed missions, a little bit of platforming, talking to NPCs to give you different missions, but hopefully following actually a bit of a linear storyline. I do actually prefer linear story patterns. I don't know why, it just gives me a sense of direction. Um, when I was playing through Ghost of Yotei, actually, sometimes I do struggle with the whole kind of like, well, you can go and do this bit if you want to, but you can kind of go up there and do that bit if you want to, and yeah, and you can just kind of chip away at the story at different random parts. And I mean, don't get me wrong, some parts of it can be really enjoyable, especially getting that kind of, exploration vibe going on. But then sometimes I can feel a little bit lost, especially when I want to be kind of like cracking through games, and kind of like knowing where to start to kind of get the next bit going can be quite confusing for me. So to have a game that kind of does follow a linear story pattern with a little bit of exploration, like Simpsons Hit and Run, is very, very up my bag. So I'm hoping that gameplay is going to be something very similar to that. But judging from the back here as well on the awesome screenshots there, I think it is going to be like a fun interactive game as well. Maybe kind of like Little Big Planet vibes. And I'm hoping actually elements of Crash Bandicoot, because come on guys, I'm a massive Crash fan. So kind of like I want that, I don't know, maybe a little bit more platforming away from vehicles. Like I said, Simpsons Hit and Run is very much kind of like vehicle heavy. There isn't too much to do on foot. So I would like, a nice mix of maybe driving around your burger and action platforming, with a great story on foot as well. So that's what I'm hoping for. Judging from the front and the back, that kind of looks like the vibe that you're getting. But again, I could be completely wrong, and that's why I love doing this channel. So yeah, absolutely. But yeah, there we go. That was my complete unbox experience of SpongeBob on PlayStation 2. The movie. So yeah, there we go. And again, another reason why I actually went ahead and picked up this was because TikTok were doing some sort of wacky and fun collaboration where if you were gifting things, then yeah, you could choose some SpongeBobs, and it actually inspired quite a few people to then go and buy some older SpongeBob games. Yeah, I know Chloe, a massive fan of the channel, went ahead and got a load of SpongeBob games. David has actually gone ahead and gone a lot of SpongeBob games. So I got a lot of SpongeBob games. So yeah, and I wanted to jump on the bandwagon, guys. I wanted to get a few SpongeBob games. So yeah, this is the only one that I've got at the moment, but I know there are quite a few on the PlayStation 2 that I would love to collect. Really not going for too much, guys, maybe £4 to £5. So yeah, and that's complete and boxed, and quite a lovely pristine one at that. So yeah, very, very cheap at the moment. So if you are wanting to get on a bit of a SpongeBob hype, then now is definitely the time for sure. But yes, there we go. That was my complete unbox experience of SpongeBob there. Can't wait to give this a go. Probably once I finish Hit and Run and Ratchet and Clank, I'll need to find something to fill that, and it could be SpongeBob, yeah. But definitely stay tuned. I definitely want to do my complete unbox experience of Metal Gear Solid. Oh, now this one's interesting because, yeah, look at this, guys. Woohoo! 2 discs and all that, and manuals and advertisements. So yeah, this is going to be a bit of a beefy boy. So definitely, you might need to, find a good hour to maybe sit down and watch me when I do this one. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining. That is me, the Artsy Gamer. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Over and out.